Welcome to the Talk Shop, Studio 255. I'm Eric Henderson. In Studio 255, special guest Taylor Baskin, physician's assistant for Mountain Medicine Medical Center. Did I get that title right?
Mountain View Comprehensive Medicine.
Mountain View Comprehensive Medicine. There you go. There you go. Well, you know, it's important if you're going to recognize somebody for a wonderful contribution to Trunk or Treat Laramie that you get it right, Eric. You know, this would have been a moment where Mommy would have used my middle name. Mm-hmm. My mother was famous, is still famous, but I'm less on the hit list. I'm less in the bullseye of needing my middle name brought out. Mm-hmm. At least at home. Yeah. Maybe in public I'm still worthy, but not necessarily around Mom. I've behaved myself. In any event, Taylor Baskin, what memory do you have from Halloween, Trunk or Treat, the Trail of Treats? You were just between Studio City movies and Wyoming Ribbon Chop House on the Trail of Treats that began and ended at Perkins Restaurant Bakery. What memory do you have from that particular day?
We had a ton of fun just passing out candy and seeing all the different costumes. There's a lot of creativity in our town, so we enjoyed that. And I don't know, Halloween's always a fun time. Just
what costume was your favorite?
Oh, you would ask me that. Someone was like a rose in a potted plant. Like that was interesting.
That.
I like to make my daughter's costumes too, so I always like to see everyone else's creativity. And
now you had family and friends helping you at your trunk.
Yep.
Tell us about your volunteer, or did you pay him?
No, volunteer. It was my mom.
I thought it was family.
Yep, my mom helping me pass out candy, and then my daughter was around too, and so she helped pass out candy when she had her bag full. She came out and was passing out candy to other kids.
Now, I didn't see Mr. Baskin.
Nope. He was a little under the weather. So,
oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for not getting the rest of us sick.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Definitely appreciate that.
Right, yeah. So was there another to be mentioned costume that was just cute as a dickens? I like Grogu. Grogu was a full costume. Like, it reminded me when I was little of friends and whatnot that had these jumpsuits that they get in, and they had slick feet. And they used to slide, they run, and my friends would slide across the floor in the house. First of all, running in the house. Second of all, sliding and furniture beware, right? But a lot of good memories, and this little Grogu, there's photos of it at Trunk or Treat Laramie, and hashtag Trunk or Treat Laramie, and you can see a whole myriad of contributions from various trunkers around the Trail of Treats, and I hope you got some pictures. Did you get some good ones?
We got a couple, but
You were busy handing out
candy.
Yeah. Yours was a giveaway with a sticker and so forth too. What did that have on it?
It just had our information to find our clinic.
Yeah. So, how do you find the clinic?
You can either call 307-223-2005 or visit us online at www.mountainviewcm.com, and you can book online. And all of our socials are on there too.
mountainviewcm.com.
Yep.
Very good. Excuse me. What inspired you to get into medicine?
I have dealt with my own medical issues my whole life, and I've had some really good providers or people advocating for me and my health, and so I just wanted to do the same. Was that in your teens that you had that personal health experience that motivated you in your 20s to get this certification, or were you later than that entering the medical field? I was later entering the medical field, but basically in elementary school, middle school, I had I had an autoimmune disorder that no one could figure out until I got into high school, so I dealt with it my whole life.
Do you sometimes get involved with medicine to figure out your own situation?
Sometimes. That's the benefit, yeah.
I mean, isn't that, it always strikes me that a lot of counselors and so forth are, they get deeper into it, just introduced
Yeah.
from some family or friend or personal account that they're really vested in.
Yeah.
And then it just becomes a deeper passion and a wonderful care because they realize they got some knack at it.
Yeah.
And some specialization gets done from that. But
Yeah.
How you're now accepting new patients, and where's your clinic at? Where is that clinic at actually?
For now, we are working out of Meadowlark Pediatrics at the McCollum Street building.
All right, up by Ivinson Memorial
Up by the
Hospital.
Yep. So
right
we're
across
in there.
from it.
Yep. And then hopefully by February we'll be in our own space over by Goodwill.
Over by Goodwill. Well,
Yeah.
Congratulations on that development. That we'll be anxious to hear all the good news, and maybe we can help you do an open house or something, greeting patients the first week or in some fashion. Maybe we'll have some fun tickets to give away, and we'll want to do a registration point with you in your clinic. That would be
great.
fun. So we talk about what you do, but we didn't really talk about what patients can come see you. And maybe we start with, what is a physician's assistant?
So a
Are
physician.
you the doctor?
I am not the doctor.
You're not the doctor. What's the difference between a doctor and a physician's assistant?
Physician's assistants are more broadly trained. So doctors typically have a specialty that they're in. They could do primary care, so they would be very similar in that regard. But we are trained in all primary care, basic things. And then in Wyoming, we are one of the few states that let us practice independently. So
So you don't need a sponsoring doctor
No,
or
yeah.
any other official with
Yeah.
you, right? No other certified nothing.
correct, yeah.
But you have your own credential, and in the state of Wyoming, what does that include for you in your case?
So for me, like I said, I don't have to have a supervising physician here in Wyoming, which is great. It allows me to open my own clinic. So that gives me a lot of opportunity to see patients, help patients, and just
Does that offer benefits to potential patients that are noteworthy that we might talk about here?
I don't know.
I mean, is the product's the same?
Product's the same.
The pricing likely the same, or is it better?
Maybe not. I don't
I
know.
don't know. You charge what you charge, right? But when do you take insurance?
I take insurance.
Yeah, so there's a big thing. That's probably my number one consideration is well, do you take my insurance?
Yeah.
Are you, what is that term? Are you a preferred provider kind of deal or something like that, right?
And I always have a cash pay price too. So if people don't have insurance or they have a really high deductible, I will always tell them up front what their cost would be, and I always work with them.
You allow them to be a good consumer? I like that.
Medicine's
I like that
expensive.
I like that a lot. I like to know that, okay, so here's what I'm looking for, and here's what I'm gonna be accountable for.
Yeah.
Right, I like that. When I work with people, I like to make sure that it's clear
Yeah.
what the services are, what the return on investment could be expected to be, and those are important aspects of business
Yeah.
to me. And like it or not, health is a business.
It is, and it's an expensive one sometimes. And
Yeah.
no one wants to get that surprise bill in the mail.
Confidence is really key in medical care.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do to instill confidence in your patients? What can they expect from you? You're accepting new patients.
Mm-hmm.
You're open to those new patients.
Yep.
What can an existing and an ongoing relationship? What can a patient expect from you?
I don't know everything, and I don't specialize in everything, and that's part of being in primary care is knowing your limitations and knowing when to get a patient to the right person, and then being that kind of quarterback so that when you do send a patient to a specialist, they know who to come back to and they know who to get in contact with for the patient too. So sometimes it's coordinating coordinating care with other providers too, coordinating lab work, coordinating imaging, whatever it is. But again, I don't know everything, and I am stay well within my realm, or try to at least.
Sure.
So.
Well, that's spectacular. That's, that I think that there's a number of things. So, how long have you been in Laramie?
6 years.
6 years. And what are some of the things you do for fun? What are you involved with? What are things that you just can't say no to? Maybe it's an organization, maybe it's a passion or a personal something or another in Laramie, Wyoming, or maybe the Rocky Mountains, or wherever it might be. Tell us something that we learn more about you.
I like to be outdoors most of the time, which is one of the benefits of being in Laramie. And so, on my free time, we ski and hike and camp and do all that stuff. But the other thing that we like being here is it's just a great small town. It's like how I grew up in the 80s, in a small town in California. It's the same thing. We have our parades, we have our community events, we have all the things, which is so nice. And especially to raise kids here is.
Where'd you learn to ski?
Here.
Here?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So inside 6 years, you've been skiing.
Yeah. Not well.
Cross country or downhill?
Downhill.
Downhill?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember learning at Medicine Bow. Ski area. Medicine Bow ski area is what Snowy Range is now. It was, right? Yeah. And just a different name and whatnot. But my dad packed down the slope right next to the lodge, and he'd go ski a few rounds, and he'd teach me this, and then I got good enough, said, I want to do this one. So I'd go to this, what was the, it was like the rope pull. I don't know what they call that thing exactly, but if you liked your gloves, don't wear them, because this thing would tear them up. It was like a cable. And it had this arm that flapped down. You grab the rope tow, and you'd wait you'd catch that arm that dropped below, and you drag you, pull you, jerk you up the hill, and keep your skis parallel. Don't cross your skis, and you go right up, and then I'd race my cousins down that were skiing with my dad, and they were older than I was, and you always want to go with the big kids, right?
Right.
And I always had the little table. I was always at the square little table, the fold out one. I think I was 21, and I finally made the big kid table, but that adulthood's not all it's cracked up to be.
No, it's not.
It's not all it's cracked up to be. Where have you skied that you've enjoyed in your time of skiing downhill?
We skied in Italy, actually.
Get out!
Yeah, and it was in December, and it was shorts and t-shirt weather because it was so warm there. But
wow, spring skiing in Italy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool.
So how long had you been skiing before you went to Italy?
3 years.
Well, that's not bad. Good. Yeah. All right. Assuming you went a handful of times before you went to Italy.
Yeah.
So what was different between the slopes of Italy and the slopes of Wyoming?
They were a lot icier.
Were they?
It was just sheer ice.
Yeah?
It was nice.
Sharpen the edges.
Yeah.
Sharpen the edges. Use those carve, right?
Yeah. With like a sheer cliff on the side.
Depending on speed. Yeah. Here's what. Got it. Get the effect. You got so much fun about you, Taylor Baskin, physician's assistant in Studio 255. What I saw. Not only did I enjoy having you at Trunk or Treat, Laramie, on Halloween, always on Halloween. Next year it'll be Saturday, noon to 3. On a weekend, we will always do it on Halloween. But there's no school on Saturday, so we'll do it noon to 3. And weekdays, we do it 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. like we did this year. But I was supporting the FCCLA at Laramie High School. And they had a taco night, and their taco night fundraiser. This group formerly probably might be familiar to a lot of listeners by FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America, right? And you had a basket, young lady. You had supported with the donation to that.
Yep.
How did they approach it? Do you have a youngster that's in school, or did somebody get brave and make a pitch, or how did it come about?
I saw advertisements on social media, and I thought that's a great thing to support. So
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, wonderful. Well, we had Hernandez in from that group, and she and another student joined us on the talk shop, and we thought, you know what? We're doing dinner at the Commons of Laramie High School, and we're gonna play bingo. So we did a night of bingo, and we bid on some auctions. Took a basket home ourselves, and although I bid on yours, I didn't win yours.
Oh yeah.
And I could only be aggressive on a few auction items, but I was glad to support the taco night at Laramie High School. That FCCLA group really. But so you took the initiative based on what you saw in the community. Are there events that you look for and you love to be involved with, community type of things that really strike you, and maybe you were involved as you were growing up too, or in your life you found important?
I don't know. We are hopefully being part of the Christmas parade this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Deadline December 4th, folks. LaramieMainStreet.org, your application entry point, and we've got that entry tab on the talk shop on social media. But if you forget, you can always visit the talk shop, scroll through, take a journey or two, and enjoy that. December 4th is your deadline, and December 12th is the day, actually the night. It's an evening parade.
Yep.
Sometimes hot chocolate necessary. Some,
I would imagine, in Wyoming.
yeah, some like that hot chocolate or hot coffee or what have you, and I like hot cider. You notice I don't have any hot cider in Studio 255. What is wrong with that picture? But what are you going to propose for a float, or is it a surprise? Are you coordinating with Santa?
No, I'm not coordinating with Santa.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So you're unaffiliated, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
What ideas do you have? Do you know the theme? Have you heard?
I have heard the theme.
What is the theme?
Isn't
can help me.
Isn't? Oh no! Now I'm put on the spot.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Isn't it Wyoming or something like that?
Wyoming. Okay. I'm gonna have to look that up and be sure myself. But I'm okay. I'm okay putting you out on the plank. I'm all right. riding as you guide. And but I do know the dates. I do know those dates are firm in my head. There's no question about those dates. Yeah. December 4th. That's not tomorrow. It's not today, but it's coming soon. So don't leave it to the last minute, Laramie. Last minute Laramie. Have you ever heard that before?
No.
Have you ever experienced it? Have you been a part of last minute Laramie yourself?
No.
That's impressive. I appreciate people that don't wait till the last minute, because all too often I do. Yeah. In fact, I was very impressed that I beat you here at the studio, because last time you beat me, and I wasn't gonna have that happen again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for joining me here on the Talk Shop. What do you like to do? You got an idea? Are you gonna do something Grinchy, or what? What do you?
I'm probably just
gonna
go simple.
Wyoming. That's wide open. I mean, right?
Yeah. It is, and that's difficult. So it might just be some Christmas lights or something easy. But lots of candy.
All right, but you're there, and lots of candy.
Yep.
And it's not gonna be anything but sugared up.
Yeah.
That's good. That's I kind of like a physician's assistant that has a clinic that promotes the goodness of sugar. Because there's so much negativity about sugar.
I mean, there's a time and a place.
I mean, in the age of continuous glucose monitors and jabbing 3 and 4 times a day to check sugar levels, isn't it beautiful to have a little encouragement to the dark side every once in a while?
Every once in a while, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. And as we get to know you, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming in the talk shop and
Thanks for
and
having me.
sharing about it. And it's just you. You're a solo venture at your clinic.
Yep, just me.
Do you have a business plan that might change, or what is it keeping it that size? Is that critical to your vision for good medical care?
I think it's not for me. Hopefully in the
Your
future,
vision, not somebody else's. Just not judging, just you.
hopefully in the future, well, I'll need more people. But for me, keeping my hands on makes it a little bit. I get to make sure that everything's getting done right.
Here's one thing I run into.
Yeah.
Do you work 5 days a week? Are you available 7?
5 days.
Huh?
5 days.
5 days, Monday through Friday?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And what hours do you keep?
Typically 8 to 5.
That's reasonable, but
Yeah.
5 days a week. I ran through my aging process through a primary care physician that they weren't if you wanted care you could get it at the clinic, but you weren't going to get them on certain days.
Yeah.
And first it was one day, and then I found if you weren't available for appointments Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they weren't available for you. And not to judge, but I only really have care for my care. That's my primary concern is my care, right?
Yeah.
And if you're going to be selfish for your health, for your own good of health considerations. And that's my view. Not everybody has to subscribe to it. When you have children, you certainly prioritize differently as well. So I completely understand that. But availability is key, and you've got some open slots. You're welcoming some folks. How many people can you see in a day?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like to take time though. I want to make sure everyone
You got
feels
7.
heard.
You got 7 rooms, and now waiting. You get in on time, but you're waiting 30 minutes after the hour before they get to have their FaceTime with you.
Hopefully not.
Yeah?
Hopefully we
I always
come
think
in at your
hopefully not,
appointment
too.
time and we're in and out. So
I'm kidding around a little bit, Bazinga, a little sarcasm, not too bad in the world, but sometimes you have to look at. I like the idea of what you're doing in that it's really to me responding to a counter trend to a trend in medical care, and it's you can only do wound care on Wednesday or that kind of thing. Maybe you do wound care, maybe you don't, but it sounds to me like if you're going to do what you can within your license, within your credentialing to do all you can for your patients that find you in Laramie, Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's spectacular. Thank you for joining us on the Talk Shop. You might have come prepared to talk about New Year's or something that's upcoming. Anything on the horizon that you're looking forward to? Thanksgiving. No. You got plans for Thanksgiving?
Oh, I always cook. We always cook a huge spread. So,
nice. Yeah. Mom and I are heading to the 28th annual community Thanksgiving dinner, and that's at the Epson Center, 1560 North 3rd Street, and it's 11 a.m. on Thanksgiving Day, and we're gonna take that in. We're big lovers of turkey. I'm a dark meat, Mom's white meat, and I like moist. Mm-hmm. So really looking after that. I'm a connoisseur of stuffing, but variety is king. I found that's an adventure a lot of times. Some stuffing wet, some stuffing drier. Mm-hmm. To each their own. Yeah. It's an important day to be thankful for so many things. What are you thankful for this year?
I am thankful for the amount of support I've gotten from the community, especially the medical community, which has been great. Good. So you get a number of referrals, and that's really reassuring in the field, isn't it? Yeah. Get texts checking in, how you doing? Can I do anything for you? It's just our community in Laramie is just amazing. Good. Where's hometown? Born and raised. Where's that at? Buena Park, California.
Really?
Yeah, so Southern California.
I would have guessed somewhere north, like Wisconsin, North Dakota kind of deal.
Yeah, no.
No? A Cali girl.
Yes.
Well, good. Welcome. We take all kinds of refugees in Wyoming, and we're proud to have you. And don't be a stranger, all right, Taylor?
Sure.
Don't be a stranger. Come in, share. As you help out groups like FCCLA, personally and professionally, let us know. Share it with the Talk Shop. You can give me a call, give me a text, give me a buzz, and we'll be happy to get the word out that the event's happening. In this case, I knew about it. Not in all cases do I know about it. So
yeah.
I can only schedule. I'm doing my best to book things in. I'm actually getting forced to get more organized and keep a calendar more diligently. In fact, when I set an appointment right then, I'm sharing that slot back with the individual, and I found it keeps some peace. So maybe my stress level will drop, and I won't need blood pressure medicine in my future, or
Probably.
God forbid. I'm not a pill taker, so I'd prefer to steer clear of that stuff. But when you need it, you can prescribe medicine.
I can.
Big responsibility.
It is.
Did they give you a training on the psychology of prescribing drugs? I mean, is there a class on ethics in medicine?
A lot of times,
I mean, I would think that'd be scary. That's probably my biggest fear is would be something like that. That's a big responsibility.
It is a big responsibility, yeah.
And you take it on.
And I take it on.
Welcome to Laramie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taylor Baskin, physician's assistant in Laramie, Wyoming. Repeat your phone number